All right, hey guys, it's Will Falcon here, the creator of PyTorch Lightning and CEO of Lightning AI, and I'm going to test this new Codellama70B. I've been actually coding inside studios for a bit, and it's pretty interesting. So I'm just going to go here. You can do this yourself, right, by going to Lightning AI /studios, and here I see we already have the Codellama70B, and I'm actually curious about using it versus another model. So I'm gonna go ahead and click run free, and then you just log in to do that, right? So I already have an account, so I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna run it here. And while that gets set up, I'm gonna compare this thing. I've been using, what was I using? I was using this guy here, Mixtral 7B for coding. Not even Mixtral. Mistral 7B was already good enough for kind of the stuff that I need to do. But you know, you're probably doing more complicated things nowadays. So this will duplicate the studio. When you duplicate a studio, it's going to copy over the weights, the machine type, the environment, everything's out of the box. So it's kind of like you take a laptop and you imagine you literally copy the whole laptop and create a new one. So it's not like a collab or something like that, where you have to set everything up every time you use it. Studio's already set up out of the box. So literally, I don't have to think about anything right now. So I'm going to wait a few seconds here. And so what we're doing here is we're serving the model on the studio, right? So this is the same way you would serve like an API. And behind the scenes, it just gets all set up. And I'm going to have both. So this is happening in real time here, right? So this model is pretty big. This is 70 billion parameters. Now we figured out, we're using some open source tools, cool library called Codellama to help us with a lot of the things that are doing here in terms of fitting into memory as well. So we're using an A10G. So you get 15 free credits on Lightning, by the way, per month. So that's like 22 hours of this right now. So you guys can all do this for free right now. And I'm gonna have 2 of these guys running. Okay, so this guy's up. So this is kind of how I've been using it a lot, right? So I basically will create like a notebook and just start coding. So I've been doing data cleaning and things like that. So I'm just gonna show you clean dot. And on a studio, you can use Jupyter Notebook or VS Code. I prefer VS Code, but it's the same thing. So I just bring in the model here. And okay. So this is kind of like the model. The first time on this model, I think it might take a few minutes, I would assume. Count to 100. No, it's too much. Okay, 10. And I'll show you, even just comparing side by side, this one's probably going to be a lot faster to run as well. So what I like to do is basically download files here, like data processing, that kind of stuff, or even just coding simple things. I'll download a bunch of files here, and I'll ask it to read the files for me, parse out JSON, that kind of stuff. Especially useful to building, we've been building a lot of classifiers and things like that to help on the Lightning product itself. So we actually deploy a bunch of models. Okay, cool. So a good way to gauge if this thing is working or not, and whether it's loaded or not, it's just go open the GPU metrics here, and you can see the model. It's there. Now remember, we're 3 minutes into this video. I haven't edited any of this, right? So this is all happening in real time. So in less than 4 minutes, I was able to get everything up and running. Notice I didn't have to set up environment, install anything, download weights, nothing, right? It's all there. You do have to go accept the terms and conditions for Meta though to use the Llama. So please make sure you do that before you go run any of this stuff. All right, so looks like this guy's probably running. And okay, so see, this one's already loaded. This one's probably going to take a little bit longer to load. So I'm going to give it a few seconds. So Mistral is already there. And basically, what did we do here? Yeah, so it's kind of the same thing, right? So I'm just going to do a quick function here, chat, and then text, and then I'm just going to pass in the text like this. All right. Oop. I don't know why you click that. Okay, so count to 10. All right, see, way faster. This model is 7 billion, this one's 70, right? I mean, realistically, look, you can change on A100 if you want on the studio and use that, right? It's just gonna take like an hour and a half right now, so I'm not gonna do that. And you can probably run this on a T4 as well. It's pretty cheap. Like we're talking really marginal costs to do this. Plus you get the free credits, right? Okay, so this guy, I'm gonna leave this here for like 5 minutes, but I'm gonna show you kind of the general workflow, right? So generally, what's cool here is I can do something like this, right? I don't know. I'm just gonna put like prompt here. So prompt equals you are a good engineer helping me write code in Python. Okay, that's probably a terrible prompt, but let's do that. And then here we're gonna say create 10 files full of random numbers for each file. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. Let's see how this works out. So notice something I'm doing. I'm actually in context giving prompts. So what's cool about doing it in like in a studio like this where you have the notebook as well is that you can basically take whatever it gives you and then literally run it immediately, right? So I'm just gonna grab this. Oh my gosh, why is this not formatted correctly? Okay, this seems to be the code right here. So I'm just gonna run this. Terrible formatting. Okay. Formatted in Markdown. All right, so sky up. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, so early signs. So this is Codellama70B instruct, and to count to 10, it's telling me that it cannot fulfill my request because it is not ethical. So I guess so. I guess it's not ethical to count to 10. Checks out. So that's interesting. Okay. So let's see. All right. Yeah, why is this not formatting this correctly? Let me try it this way. Give me Python code to create 10 files, each with random numbers. Do not explain anything, just write the code. Okay. Boom. There it is. All right. That's what I wanted. Make sure each line is each code is in own line. Okay, I won't like give up on this model here because I feel like it would work. Oh man, this is not great. Why is this giving me SQL? What is this? Okay, let's see. Yeah, not good, not good, Mixtral7B. Yeah, this thing is still going though. I mean, inference is super slow on the studio because it's using the A10G, right? So you'd have to use like the A100 to go much faster as well. I think it's quantized and a bunch of other stuff. But I encourage you to look through the code and see how it's actually being done under the hood. But yeah, I mean, look, what's cool about this is, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, Mixtral actually works pretty well. So yeah, this is Mixtral7B. So the Mixtral one though, I was using that one the other day. It's pretty good. So let me just boot that one up real quick. Okay. Wow. I don't even know what it's doing. Yeah, kind of not great. You think it would be good. All right, let's try this real quick. I think we used it to like generate some, we gave you guys some prompts here. Soft match, Triton kernel. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it will be slow. But the good thing is that it's pretty much free, and all the data's on the studio here, so it's not going to like any other corporation or anything. And you control it, so in case APIs go down and stuff like that, right? Yeah, honestly, these models are just not doing that well. Let's see here. Okay, I'm telling you, Mixtral is going to work a lot better because I've been using it a lot. I feel like I tried Mixtral7B a while back. Okay, let's see. Is this guy there? Yeah, all right. I'm rooting for Mistral. But look, it's 11 minutes so far, and we've tried 3 models. So if you want to know, like, is a model good or not, you can literally figure this out in a few minutes using Lightning Studios as well, right? So let's see what's going on here. So this apparently generating code conflicts with the model's beliefs. So, and it's notes that I'm enthusiastic. Very weird model. Very interesting. I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan of what Meta is doing in general, so I'm surprised that this thing isn't working super well. But it's fine. By the way, if you guys don't know, so all the Mistral models, they're kind of originating from Llama 2 at the end of the day, right? So it's all kind of the same model, just it's got a bunch of other things on top of it, and then this one's a mixture of experts, so it's using, I think, 8 different models kind of in one. So it's definitely an improvement, but it is all kind of stemming from Llama originally anyways. Okay, so it did give me code. Why is it hate me? Why is this generating this way? Oh, and then it's doing this weird thing. You know, this is kind of how, if you were doing AI research, when I was at FAIR, remember I didn't do NLP work, but the code that I used to see from my teammates, basically models would like repeat words over and over. So this is kind of weird. I thought we were past that with transformers, but I guess not so much. Okay, so let's give Mixtral a shot, because I want to end on a good note and show you that these models do work, but maybe I need to tell this thing to stop being so ethical. I don't know. Okay, so let's see, Mixtral MoE. All right, let's run this guy. Let's see if this thing is loaded yet. Temperature, power, VRAM. Yeah, you can see it work here, which is cool, right? So as it's generating, you can see kind of the utilization and everything for it. So it barely moved, basically. Okay, so this guy's loaded. Let's see if it works. Did it do anything? Yeah, Mixtral. Okay. What am I running here? Codellama softmax. Okay. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, this thing is super fast. Love it. Yeah, I think this might be the best model out there right now for coding. I thought Llama70B could be, but maybe I'm not prompting it correctly. I have hope. I have hope though. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, I'm gonna show you something crazy. So I'm gonna stop now here. All right. Give me Python code to train a ResNet. To fine tune ResNet 50 using torch vision and PyTorch lightning with CFAR 10. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain in a minute, but let's start letting this thing generate. Okay, Python, you know the language, obviously. Fine tuning, so it's going to only unfreeze one of the layers. In ResNet 50 is a type of model. It's like a pretty good computer vision classifier. It's kind of old school. Not old school, I mean, it's still pretty good, but it's not like a transformer. And Torch Vision is a library for Meta, and then PyTorch Lighting is obviously our library, and then C410 is an academic data set, right? So it's cool. So it's going to generate everything here. And because I'm in the studio, I can also just run this. So like AI, making AI, right? Which is cool. And yeah, I think a lot of people don't know, but you can use PyTorch Lighting to pretty much fine tune any model. Like, it's not about building models. You can do that. I mean, it was built for research and production as well, but like you can bring in models from anything. So in this case, Torch Vision, you can bring models from other libraries as well. So here we go. Okay. Now, I do think this one's going to work out of the box. The code looks good to me. These things just explain so much. Like, why are they so talkative? Why are you truncating code? Give me all the code. Let's see. Give me all the code. Do not truncate. All right. So I copied it though, so I'm gonna try to run that thing here. Okay. There's a data loader. Oh, I don't really need a test step. Yeah. Let me stop it real quick. It's finetune ResNet 50, Torch Vision, C410. Use only the training and validation splits. Yeah, so what's cool about this though is I don't have to go back and forth between like a UI and stuff. We have a UI here. You can run the Streamlit app. I mean, I'll show you that real quick. That's what's generating. So if you really don't want to use that notebook, although I think the notebook's a much better experience if you're coding, I can just run the Streamlit app on the studio as well. So you're going to run this guy. All right, we'll give it a few seconds to start up. Yeah, I can click open here. And if you click up a public link here, you can send that link to anyone and they'll be able to see the app. Who made you? Oh, are you Llama 2? Don't lie to me. Stinking, right? Let's see here. You can see the usage. So let's watch it think. Yeah, it's pretty good utilization actually. It's not bad. Pretty impressed with this model. Okay, so this guy's still generating. I'll give this thing a few seconds. Maybe it can't handle. Oh, because we're not batching, right? So it's gonna have to wait until this one's done. But it's for personal use. Like I'm not trying to serve something. Although you can, and we have ways of doing it. You can serve the model and do batching and streaming and all that. Okay, so yeah, this looks pretty good. I just don't know why it keeps truncating code. Maybe it's not truncating. So slow. Oh, because maybe I'm trying to ping it at the same time. I had it here. Okay, I'm going to stop this so the model can go back to being fast. Okay, let's see. Okay, love it. Yeah, so it wrote all the code for me, which is great. I mean, this is like 90% of it, right? And then, oh, sorry, I'm silly. View is scrollable, probably gives me all the code. Yeah, sorry guys, apparently I don't use notebooks enough. Okay, looks good. This is the full code here. Boom, okay. Let's see if this works out of the box. Are we ready? And here we go. No module, learning rate generator. Okay. Did I save the context? Please tell me I saved the context. Yes. All right, love it. You have this error. Boom. I think it's using like an old PyTorch Lightning version. Okay, so I don't know what this is. It's like the embeddings. What is this? I don't know why these models are getting so ethical. Like Savior Complex. All these models. Okay, so it's taking a bit. Yes, has been removed. Oh, it's not lightning? Oh, it has. Okay. That uses to reduce LR on plateau. Oh, it's just like complicated code. Why is it doing LR schedulers? Alright, let's just copy this guy here. Where are you? Should have been simpler. No, that's not what I want. Give it a few seconds. Yeah, this is where the UI is actually nice because you could see like a code from it and you can just copy paste from there. But you know, if you're doing interactive work, it's actually cool because you can like print variables and stuff and then put the variables back into the prompt. So it's really fast to iterate on. This is a very complicated implementation of PyTorch Lightning, just looking at it. But to walk you through it, like they're using a data module here. You don't need a data module. That's not necessary here because it's a very small data set. But it looks right. You got all these data loaders. I explicitly said don't use the test one though, but it's fine. Fine tuning, so you're just bringing the pre-trained model here. Here, you have the fully connected layer, which should have been frozen. So this is actually, yeah, I would freeze this probably, but it's going to unfreeze the whole thing. So, you know, it's like open science about which method works better. It really depends on your problem. Cross entropy, learning rate, kind of weird that it's using this. It's pretty complicated. The loss is pretty straightforward. And then it does, yeah, it's using the modern PyTorch Lightning syntax, which is good. And it's got this optimizer scheduler. You really don't need the optimizer scheduler. Okay, where are we? Let's see here. Okay. Hopefully this one works out of the box. I'm pretty lazy when I code with these things. I just like ask it to write full programs for me. And then when it has an issue, I just keep doing that over and over until it works. It pretty much gets there. You don't need this argument anymore in PyTorch Lightning. Especially in a studio, it'll just pick up the GPUs automatically. So I could like go to 4 GPUs right now. It'll work. Okay. PyTorch Lightning metrics. So I think it's called torch metrics nowadays. No. Imports from torch metrics import accuracy. All right. And it may not have torch metrics. Yeah, okay, so I gotta install a bunch of stuff here. Okay, pip install torch metrics. Oh, it's already there. Oh, it's got a bug with torch vision. Okay, so import torch vision as well. Torch vision. All right, let's run this thing again. Oh, there it is. Boom, it's working. That did not take long. Fit, you failed. Why did you fail? Oh, validation epoch. Yeah, you don't need that anymore. I'm just gonna remove this. You don't need it. Okay, cool. Yeah, this code's old. You can tell it was trained a long time ago. We'll have to give people new documentation. Stage. Oh yeah, it's definitely old syntax. I'm just gonna get rid of these data modules. They're kind of annoying right now. So let me just try again. Yeah, so check this out, right? So code equals all right, so I have the code there. And what's it called? Chatbot or something? I forgot. Yeah, chatbot. All right, here we go. So chatbot. Oh, sorry, I also write a lot of front-end code nowadays. Okay, what do I want to do here? So this code is too complicated. data module, use regular data loaders, remove the learning rates scheduler. Yep, this code, and then you can do this, boom, variable, right? So that's cool. I'm going to give it the context as well. Equals context, and then here. I mean, just like what I'm doing here is so much faster than having to use like an external UI for this, right? Okay, so that's my prompt, I guess. Let's see, this thing is gonna give me something. Yeah, but see, this is really cool. The fact that I could like stick Python variables back into the context of the thing and code with it, right? Yeah, I guess the longer the prompt is, the slower this thing's going to be. But I kind of gave up on the other models, right? This thing is not giving me good formatting. It was working like weeks ago. I've been using it a lot, this 7B. This one, I don't know, maybe Meta can give us some more hints here as to how to prompt it or whatever, but it's not quite working super well. Their Discord server, yeah, strung up Vice. Yeah, this thing is like lecturing me. It's crazy. I'm like, all right. Okay, thank God. Simplify the code for me. Yeah, honestly, this could be like 20 lines of code, 30 to fine tune. You can do this to even fine tune LLMs. You can be like, grab this LLM and then bring it in and then fine tune it with PyTorch Lightning. The Lightning trainers, I mean, I'm biased obviously, but I think it's the kind of the most advanced way to fine tune and scale. It was the first trainer, right? So we created that in 2019, and today it's kind of become standard. But because of that, it's had hundreds of thousands of hours put into it by the open source community, so it works really well. But all right, here we are. Yay, this looks good. Clean code, love it. Simple. Yeah, see, this is how it should have been from the very beginning. Like, this is very, very simple code. Does not take that much to fine tune a model using PyTorch Lightning. Okay, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Boom. All right, I don't need your explanation. Thanks, though. Cool. Okay. Loving this clean code. Let's see this thing work. Oh my God. There it is. Boom. End to end. Now it's working. Almost crashed. I know, you're all waiting for it. Task. Get out of here with your accuracy. Man, I don't want to go read the docs on any of this right now. But I love that it's pulling in our libraries for torch metrics. Yeah, torch metric is one of our libraries as well. Okay, so accuracy. I mean, I literally haven't read torch metrics documentation forever, so I'm gonna be lazy and ask it to get rid of it as well. So I'm just gonna go back up here. Where were you? Oh my gosh. Install torch metrics. No. By the way, you can do all this from your laptop if you wanted to. You can just connect to the studio, right? I'm just being a little bit lazy here so that we can save you guys some time. Okay, so here's my new code. All right, so okay, so we're almost there. Remove just use torch functional. Remove torch metrics to simplify the code. I actually wouldn't do this in general because torch metrics is much faster and it's built for scale, so I like distributed training, that kind of thing. But I don't want to go read the docs, and it seems like this model has outdated docs anyways. So let's see. But yeah, see, this is how powerful this is, the ability to kind of inject code back into it and go back and forth. So if you're like doing data cleaning, data processing, or anything, like this is, I think, the fastest way in the world to do it. And you can like connect S3 buckets here and stuff, so it's super fast. And there's like a whole file system in here as well. And everything I've done here is permanent, so if I turn off the studio and turn it back on, everything's still going to be there. So it remembers everything we've done, including the files as well. Okay, is this thing giving me what I need? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, we are there. So let's see this. Cool, okay. All right, this has to work now. Zero chance it doesn't. What did we do? Yeah, all right. Boom. There it is, end to end, like 5 minutes once I figured out which model to use. Yeah, so beautiful. And the model's training on the studio. So you can do this, you can monitor it, and of course we're going to monitor it with TensorBoard, one of my favorite tools. So I'm just going to run this real quick. I hope it's logging. I think it was. Yeah, I'll give it a few seconds. Let's go back here. Okay, so it is. Okay, so I should have some logs here, right? Yeah, all my failed attempts. Thank you very much. But yeah, we got TF events, so that's exciting. So what's happening here? Let's see. It may not be working. Let me go ahead and just reload this thing. I feel like it is working, but it's just being annoying. Yeah, you can close the browser. See, I knew it. It was working. Okay, so TensorBoard is live. And if I share this public link, anyone with the link can see my TensorBoard right now. Okay, so failed attempts. Love it. Now this one's working, the yellow one. This is my last one. Training loss, looking good. Going down. Validation accuracy. 40%. I mean, this is crazy. Like, if you told me a year and 4 months ago, before ChatGPT, that we would be like, I could sit here and just like get a model, like fine tune a ResNet 50. This is like half my PhD in like 5 minutes. Done in like a notebook on a cloud machine on the studio, and get it to a pretty good level. I mean, I don't know if this is going to get to a great level, but like, I mean, the fact that I didn't code any of this is crazy, right? And the val loss should be going down as well, so pretty good. Yeah, and it's 40%. I mean, I gotta validate the code and make sure it's not leaking anything, but I feel like these models are sane, right? I don't think they're gonna make too many mistakes. Yeah, did we set a limit for this thing? No, I think it's good. By the way, I normally wouldn't run this stuff on a notebook. I usually will just create a script, right? That's BY. And I'll run it that way. It's just much easier to code, iterate on. But yeah, so it looks reasonable. Let's just sanity check this thing real quick. I actually, one way to make it faster is freeze this thing. Just a linear. Oh yeah, you should just freeze the model, right? Freeze like this. I think that's the syntax. And yeah, so then the model gets frozen here, and then you're just fine-tuning this. So it'll be much faster because you're not updating weights here. and you're good to go. And yeah, it is logging everything. Everything looks realistic. I don't actually know if these are the transforms for, but what's nice about the model is probably it knows what the transforms are, right? 64. And honestly, I could give it like information about this and be like, hey, oh, there's a limit. Max epochs must have gone past it already. I can say, hey, you can look at your disk throughput, right? Your CPU is pretty low, your RAM, all this stuff. By the way, power is a really good metric for utilization. It's actually much better than utilization. Utilization will show you things that it'll kind of look like it's 100 all the time, but it's not real. It's actually power. That's more interesting. Yeah, so this 20 gigs here is actually from the LLM that's running, right, Mixtral. So if you were to do this in reality, I would probably just have 2 studios and have one for training and then one for the Mixtral. Anyways, so very simple. I'm gonna shut these guys down. I don't actually need these studios, right? So all the studios will automatically sleep when they're not in use. And I mean, everything, I did 36 minutes here. Read the guys, 3 810Gs. Probably cost me $5 in total, if that. And you can track the cost in real time on the platform as well, so you can actually measure how much it costs. Anyway, so TLDR, Mixtral still seems to be good, unless someone can tell me what the good prompt is here, and I'm happy to rerun this again. 70B seems like a lot. Oh, I should try Codellama7B, not now, in a different video. So it should be more powerful, but like, I don't know. And Mixtral is pretty good, unless there are like other use cases. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Definitely go to Lightning AI, get your own studio. Again, it's free. Just start playing with it. Coding like this, super powerful. Thanks for watching.